What if I told you that the goal that changed football history was scored with a fist, not a foot? What if I revealed that the world's most powerful football organization was run like a criminal empire for decades? And what if I showed you a tragedy so devastating, so covered up by those in power, that it took 27 years for the truth to finally surface? Welcome to the dark side of the beautiful game. I'm about to take you on a journey through 7 levels of football scandals, each one more shocking, more destructive, and more unbelievable than the last. But here's the twist. We're starting with theatrics and ending with tragedy. By level 1, you won't believe what football has hidden from us. If you want to uncover the truth that the authorities tried to bury, hit that subscribe button right now for Cyberboot. Because what you're about to discover will change how you see this sport forever. Let's begin. Football, the beautiful game. The sport that unites billions across the globe. We celebrate the goals, the glory, the legendary moments that define generations. But beneath the surface of this beautiful game lies a darker reality. A world of deception, manipulation, corruption, and betrayal. A world where the powerful protect themselves at any cost. Today, on Cyberboot, we're exposing 7 levels of football scandals, ranked from theatrical deception to institutional catastrophe. Each level reveals a deeper, darker truth about what really happens when integrity crumbles. We start at level 7 with a player faking an injury. Simple, right? But trust me, by the time we reach level 1, you'll understand that some scandals don't just destroy careers or clubs, they destroy lives. And here's where it gets interesting. I'm not going to tell you what level 1 is yet. You'll have to stay until the end, but I promise you this, it will leave you speechless. So buckle up. This is going to be a ride through the scandals that rocked football to its core. Let's dive into level 7. June 3rd, 2002, the World Cup, Brazil versus Turkey. The stakes, massive, the drama about to get ridiculous. We're calling this amateur acupuncture. And if you've ever seen a player go down like they've been shot by a sniper when barely touched, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Picture this. Brazilian superstar Rivaldo is standing near the corner flag. The match is tense. Time is running out. A Turkish player kicks the ball toward him. Not at his face, not dangerously. Just kicks it toward him. And then, Rivaldo clutches his face like he's been struck by a meteor. He drops to the ground, writhing in theatrical agony. The referee buys it completely. Red card. The Turkish player is sent off. Instant replay shows the truth. The ball hit Rivaldo's leg. His leg, not his face, but the damage is done. One team is down to 10 men because of pure, shameless acting. Now, did Rivaldo get punished? Sure, he was fined. But the red card stood. The result stood. And Brazil? They moved on in the World Cup. Level 7, ladies and gentlemen. A case of diving that embarrassed a legend but barely scratched the surface of football's integrity. Because compared to what's coming next, this is child's play. But here's my question for you. Have you ever seen a worse dive than this? Drop your worst diving moments in the comments below. I want to hear them. Alright, let's step it up. Level 6 is where cheating gets legendary. June 22nd, 1986, World Cup quarter-final. Argentina versus England. 2 nations with history. 2 teams desperate to advance. One moment that would define decades of controversy. This is the hand of God, and it's the most blatant act of cheating in World Cup history. The ball is in the air. Argentine legend Diego Maradona and the English goalkeeper both leap for it. Maradona jumps and punches the ball into the net with his fist. Not his head, his fist, clear as day, undeniable. Except, the referee doesn't see it. Goal allowed, Argentina takes the lead. England is furious, the players protest. The world watches the replays in disbelief. But the goal stands. And Maradona. Oh, he had the audacity to claim it was scored a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. The hand of God. Poetic, blasphemous, and completely unrepentant. Now here's the thing. Maradona scored another goal that same match. An absolutely brilliant, legitimate solo effort that's considered one of the greatest goals ever. But the hand of God? That's what people remember. That's what divides fans to this day. This wasn't just unsportsmanlike conduct. This was outright cheating that eliminated a team from the World Cup. Argentina went on to win the tournament. England went home. But still, this was one player, one moment, one match. The next levels, they're about entire systems of corruption. Quick question. Do you think Maradona's legacy is tainted by this goal, or does his genius outweigh the controversy? Comment below. Now let's move to level 5, where club owners start playing dirty. 1993, France. One of the biggest clubs in the country is chasing glory on two fronts, the domestic league and the Champions League final. But there's a problem. Playing every match at full intensity, exhausting. So what do? If you're the owner of Olympique de Marseille, you buy the result. This is Tappygate. And it's the first time on our list where we see systematic corruption from the very top of a football club. Bernard Tapie, businessman, club owner, and one of the most powerful figures in French football, had a plan. Marseille was about to play in the Champions League final, but first they had a league match against Valenciennes. So Tapie's associates approached Valenciennes players with an offer: throw the match, take the money, let Marseille win easily so they can rest their stars for the bigger game. And it worked. Marseille won the French league title. Days later, they won the Champions League, becoming the first French club ever to do so. But then, the truth came out. Investigations, trials, convictions. The fallout was nuclear. Marseille was stripped of their 1993 league title. They were relegated to the second division, banned from defending their Champions League crown, and Tapie convicted and imprisoned. This wasn't a player making a split-second decision to cheat. This was premeditated, systematic corruption from a club's leadership. This was about buying victory and compromising the integrity of an entire league. But here's the thing, Tapiagate was just one club in one country. The next level, it's about an entire league being rigged. Level 4 is where Italian football almost collapsed. Stay with me. May 2006, Italy, Serie A, one of the greatest football leagues in the world, is about to be exposed as fundamentally corrupt. This is Calciopoli, and it's the scandal that proved that when the biggest clubs play dirty, the entire sport suffers. Imagine the most powerful clubs in a country. Clubs with legendary histories, massive fan bases, and trophy cabinets filled with silverware, all working together to rig matches. That's exactly what happened. Investigators discovered that officials from clubs like Juventus, AC Milan, Fiorentina, and Lazio were in contact with referee organizations. Their goal? Simple: select favorable referees for their matches. Phone calls, secret meetings, systematic manipulation. This wasn't about bribing one match. This was about controlling the outcome of an entire season. And it worked, for years. When the truth emerged, Italian football imploded. Juventus, the most successful club in Italian history, was stripped of 2 league titles from 2005 and 2006. They were relegated to Serie B. Other clubs faced point deductions and bans from European competition. The fallout was catastrophic. Fans were devastated. Trust in the league shattered. Serie A, once the pinnacle of world football, was permanently damaged. But here's what makes Calciopoli so terrifying. It showed that corruption wasn't just about rogue individuals. It was institutional. It was the clubs themselves, the pillars of the sport, betraying everything football stands for. And yet, we're only at level 4, because the next level reveals something even more sinister. Organized crime infiltrating football across entire continents. Level 3 is where football becomes a playground for criminal empires. November 2009, Germany. Police launch a series of raids across Europe. What they uncover is almost unbelievable. A massive transnational organized crime ring has been fixing football matches on an industrial scale. Over 300 matches, 9 European leagues, World Cup qualifiers, European Championship qualifiers, all manipulated for illegal betting profits. This is the Bochum match-fixing scandal, and it's the moment football realized it was under attack by forces far beyond its control. Here's how it worked. Criminal syndicates bribed players, referees, and officials across multiple countries. The matches were fixed, bets were placed, millions in illegal profits were made. This wasn't isolated. This wasn't just one league or one country. This was a coordinated, sophisticated operation spanning borders, leagues, and even international competitions. And German police worked with Europol. Arrests were made, convictions followed, but the damage was done. Football had been infiltrated by organized crime at a level previously unimaginable. What makes level 3 so terrifying is this. It proved that football's integrity was vulnerable to forces outside the sport. Criminal organizations saw football as a business opportunity, and they exploited it ruthlessly. But as massive as this scandal was, as many matches as were fixed, it still doesn't compare to what's coming. Because the next 2 levels aren't just about matches or money. They're about the corruption of football's very soul and the loss of innocent lives. Level 2 is where we reach the top of world football. And what we find there is unforgivable. May 2015, Switzerland. Dawn raids on a luxury hotel in Zurich. FIFA officials are arrested in their rooms. The most powerful organization in world football is about to be exposed as a criminal enterprise. This is FIFA Gate, and it's the scandal that proved the people running world football were more corrupt than anyone imagined. For decades, high-ranking officials at FIFA and regional confederations operated a system of bribery, racketeering, and money laundering. They sold broadcasting rights. They awarded marketing contracts. They decided who would host the World Cup. And all of it was for sale. US and Swiss authorities launched parallel investigations. The charges: wire fraud, racketeering, money laundering, corruption schemes worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The president of FIFA, the man at the very top of world football, was removed from power. The president of UEFA, European football's governing body, was also forced out. Dozens of officials were indicted. The bidding for World Cups, compromised, the awarding of hosting rights, allegedly influenced by bribes. The entire system was rotten from the top down. What makes FIFA Gate so devastating is this. FIFA was supposed to protect football. Instead, its leaders used their positions to enrich themselves while betraying the trust of billions of fans worldwide. This scandal forced a complete institutional overhaul, new leadership, new transparency measures. But the damage to football's reputation, permanent. And yet, as catastrophic as FIFA Gate was, it's still not level 1. Because level 1 isn't about money. It's not about power. Level 1 is about something far worse. It's about the loss of 97 innocent lives and a decades-long cover-up by those sworn to protect them. Level 1 is Hillsborough. April 15th, 1989. Sheffield, England. Hillsborough Stadium. An FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. What should have been a celebration of football became the darkest day in British sporting history. Thousands of Liverpool fans arrived at the stadium. Due to poor crowd management, overcrowding occurred in certain sections. A fatal human crush developed. 97 people, men, women, children, lost their lives. 97 innocent fans who came to watch a football match never went home. But that's not why Hillsborough is level 1. It's not the disaster itself, as horrific as it was, that makes this the ultimate scandal. It's what happened after. The police, the authorities, the institutions responsible for the disaster lied. They falsified statements, they altered evidence, and they blamed the victims. For 27 years, the families of the 97 who died were told it was their fault, that the fans were drunk, that they forced their way into the stadium, that they caused the tragedy. It was all a lie. A systematic, institutional cover-up designed to protect the police from accountability. The families fought for justice. For decades, investigations were blocked. Evidence was hidden. The truth was buried beneath layers of official denial. It wasn't until the 2010s, that the truth was finally officially recognized. An inquest concluded that the 97 were unlawfully killed due to police failures and institutional negligence. The fans were exonerated. The cover-up was exposed. But 27 years had passed. This is why Hillsborough is level 1, because it represents the ultimate betrayal, not just of football, but of humanity. When those in power cause a tragedy through negligence and then spend decades lying about it to protect themselves, that's not just corruption, that's evil. The Hillsborough disaster changed stadium safety laws worldwide. It changed how police are held accountable. It changed football forever. But nothing can bring back the 97 lives lost that day. This is level 1, the darkest scandal in football history, not because of money or titles or power, but because of innocent lives lost and a truth buried for nearly 3 decades. So there you have it. 7 levels of football scandals, from theatrical diving to institutional catastrophe, from one player's deception to the deaths of 97 innocent people. We started at level 7 thinking, oh, it's just a player faking an injury. We laughed at the absurdity. But by level 1, there's nothing to laugh about. Football is the beautiful game, but it's also a game played by humans, and humans are capable of both greatness and unimaginable darkness. So here's what I want you to think about. Which of these scandals shocked you the most? Did you already know about Hillsborough or FIFA Gate? Or were some of these completely new to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me which level hit you hardest. And tell me, do you think football has learned from these scandals? Or is there more corruption still hidden beneath the surface? If you made it this far, thank you. Seriously, this was a heavy journey and I appreciate you sticking with me through all 7 levels. If you want more deep dives into the untold stories of football, the tactics, the scandals, the moments that changed the game, subscribe to Cyberboot right now. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And listen, I need to hear from you. Which scandal shocked you most? What other football controversies do you want me to cover next? Comment below. I read every single one. Football is beautiful, but it's also broken in ways we're only beginning to understand. The truth matters. Accountability matters, and exposing these scandals, that's how we make sure history doesn't repeat itself. This is Cyberboot. Stay curious, stay critical, and I'll see you in the next one.